remarkable individual. It was some 55 years ago or more that he started in the sport of drag racing. He had several different cars, and then he started racing a Pontiac and had some moderate success. He got himself a Pontiac Catalina and ran in A stock. And then he built a Tempest for a factory experimental of 63. And that was really quite a prominent car at the time. Somewhere along the way, Mickey Thompson waved enough money at him to get him involved in one of the rarest of the 4 Thunderbolts ever built. And our Grand Marshal took a little bit of time off, if you will, from the Pontiac world to venture out with the Thunderbolt. But it wasn't very much longer. He was back again with the tin indents, except this time they were fiberglass, as he had Pontiac funny cars. He went to Australia in 1969, participated in the Coca-Cola Cavalcade of funny cars in 69 and 70. For well over 50 years, his presence has graced the racetrack. He always has a smile on his face. He's got something good to say every time you meet him. He's known throughout the drag racing world as Mr. Pontiac. Would you welcome our Grand Marshal, none other than Jess Tyree. Hi, Guy. How are you? There, we got it now. That's a good. That's all right. Well, first off, with that nice black shirt you got on, that's going to look real good. Stand right there, hold it up, point to the cameras. See, this is something that didn't happen much in the 50s, but, you know, lots of photographers and lots of photos. Jess, how does one stay interested in this sport for this many years?
It's pretty simple. You know, somebody asked me yesterday, how much money did you pay your NHRA to become a Grand Marshal? I just told him, I says, you know, I give them 60 years of my life of racing and millions of dollars on these hot rods, and they just turned and walked off scratching their head thinking, wow. Well, that's why I stay interested in it. And a couple of things, my lovely wife, who's passed away this year, after 56 years of married to her, she was always right there with me and said, are you still having fun? And she'd come down to my shop and let me run down my hands, I'd put them behind me. And she'd say, are you still having fun, honey? Oh, yeah. So my legs, she was.
Right.
Dave, I have to really thank all of my crew. I've had the same pit crew now for, what's that, 63, that's 45, 50 years. The same pit crew. And I want them all to stand up back which is Brent and Bart Tyree. And then after that, it's my grandkids. And they're still helping me. And I always ask them, how can you help Grandpa? Well, Grandpa, we need help.
My next question is, as a stand-in for your wife, are you still having fun?
Oh, yeah. I have to have fun. My doctor told me, if you don't have fun, you're going to die of a heart attack within a year. And Steve kept calling me. Steve Gibbs, my good buddy. Jess, how's your health? You going to be all right for the end of the year? Oh, yeah. No problem. But my doctor keeps telling me, you can't change what's behind you, but you can change what's out in front of you. So that'll give me a complete different look. I haven't had my old hot rod out of the trailer now since March. My wife passed away in March. Well, I had fun today. I'm in a big old long burnout for them. You know, tomorrow I'll run the car.
All right, this prompts the question. 60 years active in NHRA and drag racing. How old are you? Congratulations to you. We're not talking about an Ecotech Pontiac that he's out there running up and down the racetrack with the long, smoky burnout. It is a reconstruction of your '63 Pontiac Tempest AFX. How good does it run when you run it hard?
You have to ask Corey. The reason I say Corey because we max race back east quite a bit. And that's how I try to make the money. Because, you know, we used to get paid a lot of money just to run drag strip cars. Now we got to pay NHRA to run.
Exactly.
But I have to laugh at Corey. He says, I don't know what you do every time. Because when we're max racing, he'll say, I see you reach up in here someplace up and you get some kind of switch. And I says, well, if you can see it, that means I'm ahead of you. He's driving Sullivan's car, the old, and it's really weird. I used to max race that car in the '60s, and I'm max racing it again.
Well, everything good goes around, they say, and you've been good for 60 plus years, and we wish you many, many more. Here's your big ribbon. It's purple. You know the phrase about females, when I get old, I shall wear purple. So I thought it rather fits the occasion tonight.
You know, I gotta really thank you for this. But you know, if it wasn't for my sponsors, I couldn't do this, you know. And one of them is here tonight, and he's never been to a drag race. And that's Floyd Master Corporation. And it's Robert Anderson Shelby sitting right down here. His name keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. You know, and I know what drag race people think. Uh-oh, the sponsorship is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. But you know, I couldn't do it without all my help. I really couldn't, you know, because I'm getting too old now.
I don't believe a word of that, Tyree, not a word.
Well, you know, I met you years ago, and I met Steve Gibbs years ago. And I think the first time I met Steve Gibbs, he was painting the numbers on the window of what class you ran, and that was in 1957.
All right.
And I started racing in 1949.
Okay, I announced my first race in '59, so, you know, no, not yet. I'm closing on you, though. Thank you, Jeff. Ladies and gentlemen, Jess Tyree, the